that's run by another ex-convict who, according to him, was put away for shooting someone in the face. Okay, but we don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's true because there's also been, let me just say, allegations that are quite substantial and coherent that actually he was on the nonce wing.
He was on room 43. He's a horrible, horrible individual. And he's never worked on the doors. And he's, he likes to say he's worked on the doors. He's never actually had a PAYE job, Dukes. He's always worked cash in hand. He's never worked and paid tax, national insurance and all that. Never. Because his mind, his psychological problems have not allowed him to.
Right. So there you go. He's a head case.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Now, joining him on his panel is a bunch of psychopaths. There's no other way to describe it. They are psychopaths and narcissists. Okay? So we've got Bleeding Sanitary Towel, right? who has affiliations, with Antifa. Antifa who now have affiliations with Laura Taylor and people like that, right? But forget all the politics of it. We know that Antifa pretend to be anti-fascist, okay, but are actually really fascist. Yeah?
Yeah.
They run around being derogatory about ordinary people. Then you've got minks, okay?
Oh, God,
This woman, dances around her bedroom for 14-year-old boys. Talks filthy about sex in front of her own children. Cleans her windows naked. Walks around her house and back garden in a bikini, which I get judged for. And I don't see anything wrong with it, walking in a bikini. But I get judged for it, yet they say nothing to her. Okay?
Yeah.
She's just had her 50th birthday. She thinks every man on the internet and the real world fancies her because she said as much. Okay? And she puts down other women. So we've got a possible paedophile woman sitting on a channel preaching morals with an ex-convict who shot someone in the face but was on the nonce wing. Then we go over to Rodney. This man talks to himself on the panels, on live streams.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah.
So she talks to people on the, he talks to people on the live streams and then starts talking to himself. But he has said the most violent stuff, probably one of the worst violent stuffs that I've ever heard on here, apart from the raging Islamists, extreme Islamists that wanted to chop our heads off.
Oh, yeah, that time when, they said they were going to chop our heads off and they were going to chop the Queen's head off as well, yeah.
Yeah. He's always talking about slicing up, burning, putting people in acid, and yet he's the biggest fucking coward you could ever meet. Okay, but that doesn't mean that his threats of violence are not to be taken seriously, considering he's a mental case, a nutter, and a psychopath. They all have overinflated egos. And now they've teamed up with this fucking imbecilic nutcase from America who doesn't seem to have the brains to understand that he's sitting in a room full of fucking possible paedophiles. Okay, because you've got one that was on a nonce wing, one that was on the PlayStation dancing around naked for 14-year-old boys, okay, and then had a relationship with a 19-year-old, which was barely legal when she was over 20 years older. And
that's right.
And a counsellor that's also bathing with his own kids and has had child services investigating in him.
Yeah.
Saying that they're looking for people that are nonces when they're just ordinary people and making up stories about ordinary people. They are the filth of our society. They are the kind of people that should not be in judgment on anybody. And they are nowhere near respectable. And I'm sorry.
Oh no, they're not respectable. They're not the sort of people you'd want to. They're just not the sort of people you'd want to be seen with out in public, are they? You know, do you know what I mean?
No. And the thing is, it's got to the stage after 4 years of this shit where if I even engage with them, I actually feel dirty, Wendy. I have to go and take a shower. They are scum-infested lice. Not fucking lice-infested scum. They are scum-infested lice. They are the lice. They feed off of shit. And then shit comes out fucking both ends of their bodies. They are the most hideous beings and evil, torturous souls I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
and it's nothing with the men.
You understand?
It doesn't.
Fuck you, you cocksucker. You understand? Shut your fucking mouth. You understand? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're the motherfucker that gets slammed up against the fucking maze because you're grabbing some piece of fucking girl's ass. So don't give me that shit. Fuck you, cocksucker. Fuck you. Fight me now. Fight me. Come on. Now. Fuck you, you cocksucker. Fuck you. Fight me now. I will rip your fucking head off. You cunt. Don't give me that shit. You're the motherfucker doing all this shit in the maze, grabbing fucking girls' asses, and they're slamming you against the wall. So don't fucking tell me this shit. You understand? You understand me? Fuck you, you cocksucker. You understand? Shut your fucking mouth. You understand?